We had that flash freeze this morning, and anything that will be falling will indeed be sticking across untreated surfaces. So now until 11 o'clock, we're going to be watching out for the on and off lake effect snow and additional impacts due to the afternoon and evening ride home. So some slick spots likely, and also the lower visibility, but this is the best snow production I've seen all morning long, and I'm thinking this is going to be the best effort of picking up on widespread snow. This is going to be the snow that's going to give everyone at least a coating, and then as we go into the late afternoon and early evening, we're just mainly going to be exclusively looking at our primary snowbelt areas. Right now, widespread snow has braked out across much of the metro. We have light to moderate snow from Avon Lake over to downtown, over to Euclid, Shaker Heights, right along 271, Solon, Twinsburg over to Macedonia, and southern Cuyahoga County over to northern Summit and Medina County over to Brunswick, looking at widespread snow. But as we take a look at our roadways, all green as of right now. It's Friday afternoon, so any, I guess, lunch hour traveling is all good. As we take a look at locations off to the east, Yaga County over to Chester and Auburn through 422. Things are looking quite snowy right now, but again, those secondary roadways, you're going to be running into some slick travel that's untreated. Down to the south of 76, more of that light scattered snowfall. Worcester, Congress, over to Ken, over to Lexington. Things are beginning to wrap up down to the south, but overall, we're really had a gut punch to the system due to these cold fronts that slid through over the past 12 hours. Temperatures are ranging between 20 to even 35 degrees difference compared to where they were in the mid to upper 50s at this time yesterday afternoon. We're also looking at a biting west wind right now, creating for single-digit wind chills. We had sub-zero wind chills, and also we have this wind advisory until 10 o'clock. So not only dealing with the falling snow, possibly lower visibility and blowing snow, this is the best scene I've seen so far from my CSU camera. Yeah, visibility, it's okay, but possibly cut down to less than a mile as you head in both directions with this snow that's falling right now. So mainly due to the wind, that's mainly going to give us the impacts with the drifting snow and lingering lake effect snow. Temperatures holding steady in the 20s. Here's your National Design by Hour forecast showing the lingering lake effect snow for this afternoon. Then tapering off from west to east as we head beyond sunset for this evening. Still take it slow as we go throughout the overnight. Some breaks in the clouds. Temperatures will plummet into the upper teens, single-digit wind chills, but winds are going to be switching from the south for your Saturday morning. We're going to be warming up to near seasonal for your Saturday afternoon. Then our next cold front will have our temperatures in the upper 20s for your Sunday, which is the first official day of the winter season. With your Union Homeworkers 10-day outlook, as we get closer to Christmas Eve, temperatures warming up into the mid 40s with some rain chances. Then for Christmas Day, we're talking about low 50s with rain.
Hello, I'm meteorologist Jennifer Stanonis. Lake effect snow, it's a rare and unique weather phenomenon, and it can happen anywhere there's a large enough lake with cold enough air flowing over the relatively warmer lake water. A more common place for this, for all the weather ingredients to come together, well, it's the Great Lakes region, and that's where we see most of that lake effect snow happening. And lake effect snow, as we know, can have a big weather impact. So let's go more into detail on that and how lake effect snow develops. Well, you get colder air that moves over the warmer lake water, and as that warmer air rises, since it's more buoyant and less dense than colder air, as it rises, it cools and condenses and forms clouds, then precipitation and snowfall that dumps downwind of the lake and over land. And you can get multiple feet in a short period of time from lake effect snow. There are three main weather ingredients that need to come together for this. One, cold enough air flowing over that relatively warmer lake water to generate enough of that instability for convection and that rising air. And the greater the temperature difference, the heavier the snow can be. And you can even get thunder snow. Also, you need enough atmospheric moisture in place to get those snow crystals developing and growing in that rising unstable air. And three, the wind flow over the lake, best case, is over the longest fetch or length of the lake, giving that air more more to work with in terms of generating more instability and producing snowfall. So the direction of the wind flow is important for the snow amounts and locations of the heaviest snow bands. For instance, over Lake Erie, when you get that southwesterly wind flow, that's when areas just northeast of the lake can get a lot of heavy snow, including Buffalo, New York. Same for a westerly flow over Lake Ontario. The eastern end of the lake then can get buried in the heavy snow. Another unique thing about lake effect snow is it is very localized. The lake effect snow bands are usually pretty narrow, sometimes only 10 to 15 miles wide, and just a few miles north or south of the band can be mostly sunny. And get this, a lake effect snow machine can just keep going and going for hours and days, generating significant amounts of snow very quickly, as long as the main weather ingredients stay in place. Lake effect snow events can be very intense and of long duration, producing snowfall rates up to around 5 inches per hour, creating whiteout conditions and blizzards. Massive amounts of snow, multiple feet of snow, can be produced in just a day. And lake effect snow events can last many, many days, which can shut down local cities and airports. That's why it is important to stay weather aware of updates on where and when lake effect snow bands can develop, and have a safety plan in place, such as enough supplies to hunker down through the storm, also alternate routes and travel plans well before lake effect snow happens. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Stenonis.